Hello, everybody. Dr. Nozo and I got together and we did, excuse me, we did a demo with copper 2 chloride for the beginning of our chemistry unit. And so I created a video to share with you. Let me just share my screen. And we're going to watch that video. And I will commentary. Okay, so there's about 100 milliliters of water inside of that beaker. Dr. Nuzzo is setting up a probe to take temperature. You can see it starts at 21.1 degrees Celsius. This is some of the great technology we have here at Bunnell. We have all sorts of sensors and probes to do our experiments. Okay, so we put the probe, the temperature probe, inside of the beaker, and he's got the copper 2 chloride. And we want to note the color changes too. So he's putting it in and it's like a coral green. I'm going to put out about 2 tablespoons worth. Make this bigger. So we're noting the color before we stir or anything. It's about a bluish green. So copper 2 chloride. And so now he stirs it and it turns blue. So now you have to the water plus the copper 2 chloride. And I will write this on the board for you. He's just trying to get all the last pieces. Okay, so he's trying to dissolve the copper 2 chloride. Now he's going to take a piece of aluminum. And I was very careful to ask him, sometimes you go to like the dollar store and you buy aluminum foil and it's not actually aluminum foil or it's got some kind of waxy coating on it. And he was very careful to say to me that you have to buy actual aluminum foil for this to work. So he's going to scrunch up the aluminum, but not tightly. Like you want to be able to get the liquid in between the different pieces of the aluminum. And he's going to place it inside the container in the beaker and see what happens. Okay, so we're going to watch the temperature change, and it should increase drastically once he puts the aluminum in with the copper 2 chloride and the water. So it's 23.1 now. And so initially we see some bubbles starting to form. See along the bottom of the aluminum? It's going to speed up quickly. And now you start to see like this brown, murky color change in the water. Some more bubbles. You see there's some water vapor coming out of the top of the beaker. And more heat. There's obviously a chemical reaction going on. There's heat coming off. You look inside the water in the beaker. There's also a precipitate forming on the bottom. You start to see it around the aluminum. It's this purple maroonish color. I don't want to give away what's happening. That's the part we're going to talk about. Just stating the observations. And so he's moving around the aluminum to get it to keep reacting. And at this point, I was recording the temperature. You see around the aluminum, there's some maroon reddish pieces. The color of the water's changing. There's water vapor coming out. I have to make sure to thank Dr. Nuzzo for doing this with me. Okay. Let's get out of there. We'll come back. So, what do you think happened? Let's talk.